Oh, that one, other one loaded. Um, uh, Guys, you ever watch The Big Bang Theory? You know the one where they have what's his name, Kurt, the big muscle-bound, aggressive guy that he can have whatever mate he wants and all that stuff. And it's like a lot of times you don't want Kurt's mate. You ever seen Caveman with John Matuzak, Barbara Bach, and I think it's Barbara Bach and Shelley Long and Ringo Starr and Dennis Quaid? Okay. And Barbara Bach gets everything she wants because she's so hot and everybody wants her, and she's kind of they're broken because they're when you break things down into animalistic traits of aggressive, violent desirability, violence is self-destructive. Okay, so when you're working exclusively on animal instinct, like the dinosaurs, they evolve in a way that is survivalist and doesn't understand and obey natural laws to maintain. I'm sorry, watching the bird up in the trees, and maintain the natural laws necessary for a healthy existence. And being Professor Crawley and running out and discovering the dung beetle or whatever, it's not discovering, it's just finding something that's already there and then getting recognized as exceptional for, being excessive and compulsive. And like I told you guys throughout my time, I'm a very healthy person. And my thing is like, get up, do what you need to do it in a healthy manner, rest, recovery, share, caregiving, of course, needs love, be like King David, lie beside still waters and in green pastures, love your wife, love your kids, don't covet, don't, I've been that way my whole life. I was born this way. And, and the whole thing, and it's hard. And my dad is being abused by scientific community that's jealous of me and sick. Okay. So Jesus is this magic savior that's going to save. I can't do it. Only Jesus could do it. And you want to sit there and go, okay, why didn't Jesus do it in the Roman Empire? You're like all those guys I meet at the library when I talk to them. It pisses me off. Oh, Jesus could have called down 10 million angels from the sky to kill all the Romans and take over the world, but he just chose not to do it on that day. He's still waiting. He's waiting for the day that you and him agree that it's the right day to do it. Yeah. What about standing up for the Lord's Prayer without fear? No matter what large bunch of raping mass murderers do to say that they're better at protecting women and children with faithful love and courage and kindness than you. You just see? Okay. So Jesus is the spirit of a real man that's real kind and real courageous and could kick everybody's ass in the Roman Empire in that day, on that day that they crucified him. Okay, so it could have started a violent revolt because they didn't have people to contain him with the guys he was with, and he could have started a violent revolt. But all that would have done was got people mass murdered instead of standing up for the Lord's Prayer. Okay? There was too much group addiction, not cooperation, not organization, just like today, to win the contest and the fight. Like Diana Press sliding down the mountain. First there was a mountain, and she cheated because she didn't hit the little blue thing where they say, here's where you got to check in to do this at the right time and on our schedule. Oh, Mr. Slate. Anarchy and bedrock, right? The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. The other side of the mountain was all that he could see, right? Anarchy and bedrock. Twitch, right? You don't have to justify your existence to a bunch of psychopaths that think they have a plan and rules and engagement and how you do. That's ridiculous, okay? Tom Cruise is an idiot and he's a complete asshole, okay? And he wishes on his best day that he could have been as good of an athlete, as I was at 15, his whole life. LeBron James, Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, Kenny Smith, and Hakeem Olajuwon, And I met Clyde, and he was a really good guy. Clyde was very respectful of me because I was standing up for my mother because Jim Paxson was a complete rude dick to her, and I let him fucking have it. Okay, and Clyde was like, "I like this kid." He don't let nobody talk shit about his mama. Clyde's from Texas. Okay, he's from Houston, Texas, like old Larry Rose. These people disrespect their mama. He's from Texas, right? And so you guys got to understand, in order to respect your mama, you have to live like King David. You got to be like Jesus first. Okay? Romans, there is no popularity contest to fill the arena. And the gladiator culture is gone extinct. It's like clever girl. It's like Jurassic Park. Okay? You need money to fuck and justify your family's existence to live here to a bunch of fuckers. You sure about that? Okay. That kid down in El Paso that coaches the football team, he's an extremist, right? If the kid doesn't live up to his expectations, he puts 7 new kickers on the roster and have them all fight like hell to get the top kicker spot so they can pay you money to be the top kicker. You want to be the best, don't you? No, I just want to live the Lord's Prayer. Everybody's good. If you compete to be the best, you act like Kurt and David Underhill on The Big Bang Theory. You act like Stephen Hawking on The Big Bang Theory. My brain is better than everybody's. What does Sheldon Cooper and a black hole have in common? They both suck. Do you understand? Okay. No, I'm more intelligent than Stephen Hawking. He stressed himself out into disease because of competition that worried him, and he wasn't going to be the best, and his theory wasn't going to destroy God and take over the world. And I explained it to him when I talked to him in Sierra Vista, they gave him to me. And he just got angry and hated me for it. Like, past, present, future do operate at the same time. And the conditions that you're living in, you helped invent by your acceptance of the environment. I explained it to him in like 10 fucking seconds. Okay. He's right. Life, past, present, future operate at the same time. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. You're not buying that one, but you'll buy the past, present, future operate at the same time. Okay, so Einstein has eliminated Moses and David and Jesus in Genesis and Revelation. I understand there's mythology because I've read Wonder Woman comic books and watched the cartoons, and read Superman comic books and watched the cartoons, and watched the whole comic books and watched the cartoons and the Conans and the cartoons and the movies and the damn shit and screw you, Crom. And I seen all these egomaniacs, and now I see their kids on Dancing with the Stars and White Lotus, and you're like, holy fuck, make it stop. And it's already stopped. Because a perfect man, like Job and Jonah, is based on reality and not mythology. And money's not real. And fighting to fuck over money is insane. It's absolute clinical insanity, right? It's already happened. Okay? Your apocalypse, Armageddon is coming to an end because of the apocalypse. The apocalypse is the restoration of the truth of the faith of the apostles. That's what it means. All that crap, it's like an apocalyptic. That's a bunch of people that aren't a part of the faithful communication and are using the fear of the faithful communication to inhibit us living the Lord's Prayer worldwide. Wow, they can be Bill Gates taught. Okay, do you understand? Be free from Bill Gates' ego and his inadequate and inefficient computer operating systems that stress you out because they take forever. It's like, well, if you share caregiving accordance to be built to last, you don't have to get in a long line to buy beads for your rec hall door to keep the hummingbirds out because the hummingbirds will die if they get up in there. Yeah. $5 a thing. I'll have to try to find a way from it. If we can't find any at the store, Dad will just order them and we'll get them in the mail, and then I can open up the doors and get a breeze while playing basketball in the rec hall during the spring. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's kind of a drag when your hummingbirds try to die in the barn. Yeah, they're goofy. Yeah, they're dumb as a box of rocks. No, they've always been this way, I'm sure. Hummingbirds have been this way for way before you idiots came up with banks. Okay. Yeah, I like them, but they're dorky. Yeah, and you try to catch her. The one she got on the net, and I climbed up on the ladder, and she wouldn't let go. I'm pretty sure she probably killed herself from stress. I tried to get her out of there. I've tried every way to move that little goofy, and they're like this big. They're tiny, but they are goofy. Boy, they panic, and they're even more goofy than the Pocahontas's friend thing on the cartoon. Yeah, the hummingbirds, goofy. Yeah, they are. Okay, guys, but they're cute. Yeah, they are mean as hell to each other. They sit there and fight like hell over anything. With the top flower, the top like this. You're like, God dang, where's all that energy? I don't, you can't, I don't know why they work the way they do. It's something to do with nature, but it's just the way they are. But we're human beings and we can learn from the hummingbird, you know, to care, share, give in accordance to need, build the last. Oh, Proverbs. Yeah. Okay. It helps make a man a kind and gentle, amazing, beautiful lover. And then the woman, one day they died, and their graves are side by side on a hill where robins sing, and they say violets grow there all year long because their hearts were in spring. Here come them damn crazy hummingbirds. They're going to fight over them violets, and they will. Watch them. But you're not a hummingbird. You're a human being. Those guys from Texas that sing that song, the Ababis of Abba, they just make shit up. That's mythology. That's all bullshit. Hummingbird, don't fly away, fly away. That's just stuff to manipulate people to keep them stupid and believing in stupid things because 800 people say the world is flat and one guy says it's round and he's wrong because there's only one of him. I was born and raised in Las Cruces, New Mexico. I know what I'm talking about. You need money to live here. Money makes the world go round. What makes money make sense? And the Lord's Prayer says what? Okay. You can trump all the Trumps and the tariffs in the world with a man that, like Job, that is the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer, right in the centroid of the mechanism. All you guys dancing with an android named Lupe. You gonna solve the crimes? Only murderers in the building? Well, I'm gonna clean these fuckers out and have them live in the Lord's Prayer by dinner time. Okay, guys, I love you. All right, peace.